There we go.
Oh, I'm panicking.
No, don't panic. Don't panic. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Welcome
morning,
back.
good morning, everybody. We back. We back in the building. Shani and
Yes.
Melz, the king and queen of some media. Hope y'all had a great Christmas, man. As we get back into the swing of things on the last week of the wretched year of our Lord 2020.
The ratchet year of our Lord 2020. The ratchet year? Was it
The
a ratchet year?
wretched. As crazy as this WRETCHED.
Wretched. Not
Wretched.
ratchet, but wretched.
Ratchet too now. It's been a ratchet ass shit now. It's been a ratchet ass year. But we hope you had a great Christmas. How was your Christmas, Johnny Scott? How was your?
My Christmas was beautiful. All four of my kids were here. My granddaughter was here. So Carl Jr. came with his new girlfriend, Kiara, and she is so amazing. I love her so much. And then Lena was here, his daughter.
Mhm.
Darius came by with Janelle, and I love Janelle too. Janelle is his girlfriend. They've known each other since junior high. Lord have mercy.
No
Carl
doubt.
Jr. is 27 now. Darius is 24, 23,
Hmm.
something like that. And then, of course, Carly and Tamron were here.
Of course.
Um,
What
my
else would they?
mom. Yeah,
Well,
I mean, of course, they were here.
what else would they be? But no, that's great. Y'all, when y'all open up the gifts. Y'all
Hmm.
did the whole nine.
Yeah, we did that. Carly and Tamron really enjoyed it this year because they had their own money. I got them the green light card, so that's a debit card that they can use it just like you use your bank card. So when kids or parents, if you're thinking about it, um, tomorrow I'll put the information up there so you can go and check them out. But it's just like having your own bank account. But kids of course can't get bank accounts.
Of
So
course.
the green light card is an option. And they wrapped all the gifts. They passed everybody the gifts. So they were just excited to watch everybody open what they wrapped. And I actually talked to them about their gift after midnight because we were still up wrapping gifts.
Hmm.
And this big box came that had their heat press in it for their business because originally, when they asked me if they could start their own business this summer, I started working with them on it, but then they ticked me off.
Which they will do. Which they will do. Which they will
They
do.
got on my nerves with it. I said, you know what? I quit. I ain't helping y'all. Y'all got to figure this out all by
No,
yourself.
let's keep it 100 here. Let's keep it 100 here. It was mama business. It turned from this day business, but mama was doing all the damn work, and mama had enough of that shit and said, "I quit." Let's
Well,
be.
no, that wasn't it. They wouldn't listen. Like they had in they 10 and 11-year-old mind how it was gonna work, and I kept trying to tell them, listen, that's not how this operates. Your mom, I had a brick and mortar silk screen shop that I ran for years.
Right.
When y'all was babies in my stomach, when y'all were babies, we would be up there working. And they wouldn't listen. So I said, all right, y'all ask Google and Siri, everything. Let her help you with this. And they did a really good job though, because they stayed at it. They kept researching and they would come to me, okay, well, mommy, we saw this, and this. And I'd be like, I ain't telling you nothing. Talk to Siri. And
No,
they kept digging for the information.
they should
And
like Siri so much. Talk to Siri.
talk to Siri. And when I saw that they were constantly digging and they didn't give it up, I
Right.
said, you know what? I'm gonna surprise them on Christmas with everything.
That's a beautiful.
So when I told them, I said, well, that box over there is yours. They thought it was an exercise machine. I said, no, that's your heat press. I mean, you would have thought that I took them to the American Doll store and told them go crazy. Like
Right.
they were so happy, they were so geeked. That's all they talked about the rest of the night. The next morning, they were okay. Well, we ready to order our product, and okay,
Mm,
we got to go get the table to put our stuff up. So they're really excited about it, and I that was enough for me.
that's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's great to hear. Like I said,
Hmm.
it's great to hear that your kids are interested in businesses, and this is something again a wave that we've seen started, especially in the black community over the last few years about creating legacy and
Yeah,
businesses, things of that nature for our kids, and if they've expressed an interest in entrepreneurship, be supportive of that. And that's what a lot of I see. That's what a lot of y'all doing, and I think that's one of the topics we will discuss this afternoon or this morning.
Yeah,
Should I?
this morning. Yeah, because the question came up, Shawnee, how did you start a LLC for your child, for your kids? Did you put it in their name? And what you got to understand when you do something like this, no, it's in your name, okay? Because you can't put a LLC in a kid's name. You don't even want them on the board. They kids. You don't want kids being able to make decisions if it comes down to it. That's why you kind of want to, you know, pick who you need to be on the board so you can have the control that you need.
But are we
And
going? Are y'all going that fast? So fast already to having executive boards and all that? Look, I'm just trying to get this joke out the house to go do something productive. I mean,
well, if you want it to be theirs, yeah, you have to do it as a LLC, set all it up, and then you get an attorney and you trust it. You put it in a trust to the kids.
right.
So, okay, what you could do to start out, so like the media room, I LLC the media room, so I could hire the girls
Absolutely.
because at 10 and 11, well, they're 10 and 12 now, they can be employees and they can make up to $12,000 a year, and that doesn't have to be taxed. They don't have to pay any taxes on that as long as it ain't over. As long as it's not $12,000, $12,001, you good. But anything under that, and you know, think about that. If you have a business and you can put your child on as an employee and pay them up to $12,000 until they are, I don't know if it's 16 or 17. I have to look that up. That's a killer. That's a fire savings account. I'm just saying, if you want to set your kid up right,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, with their money, because how I broke it down to them, I was like, all right, y'all can make $1,000 a month. 10 and 12 now. They can be
Sorry.
employees and they can make up to 12,000. I was about like, what? Why I hear myself back? But I told them, I said, y'all can make $1,000 a month, but out of that $1,000, I'm gonna require that you save X amount of dollars. There's certain things you got to take care of. You know, they got little responsibilities like they have to pay rent, they got to pay their phone bill, they got to pay the internet bill. They not paying the whole thing. Like
Right.
rent, I think is $5. The internet is $3. The
Right.
phone bill is $3. And what I do with them, like they bills for the month come out to like $17.
Okay.
Before the LLC, I gave them $120 a month. That's what they get a month. So out of that, I'm like, hey, you got to.
I'm sending you a message.
I see. You got to you know, pay X, Y, and Z out of this.
Basically, let me pause. While you handle that, I'm gonna go ahead and ask a couple questions while we go forward, because this is something that again I've seen a lot of folks get involved with. I've seen a lot of parents say that they're going to get their kids started in a business. I've seen a lot of this, and then I also see the flip side of it a few weeks later. I see that it always plays out like this on Facebook and on social media, and you see this all the time. Oh, my baby's starting a new business, and this, and this, and then 3 months later, all these jokers get on my nerves, and I can't do this business no more. Stuff with them. I mean, I see it on the timeline every day and every week. So. I guess the question I have is because, I've tried this with my son, and I shared this story before on the previous show about my son. He said he wanted to come start his own business. I got with him. We sat down. We discussed it. I asked him what his plan was. He did me a plan, created a plan. He consulted with his brothers. They sat down. He called his brother in college. They sat down and had a meeting. He took a call. It was like, well, look, I would say this. And they had a whole meeting. He came back to me, sat me down. It was like, okay, let's sit down. How much is this going to cost me? How much as your top investor of this business? How much is this going to cost me? Because I try to keep it as simple as possible for my kids, and in most cases, simplicity is best for them to start learning. And so he was like, "All right, Dad, it's going to cost X amount of dollars." Okay, where do I need to send it to? Okay, do I need to give it to you directly? Do I need to cash app it to somebody? He was like, "Yeah, you got to cash app it." And said that I should have and that should have been my red flag right there. Should have been that. But he told me that I was cash apping it to whoever to get the product that he's going to need to start his business. Okay, I did this. Send the money off. Ain't heard nothing. 1 month passed. So you know what? And I played it cool. I waited 30 days. I waited exactly 30 days. Uh, so what's going on with my investment, son? Oh, yeah, it got tied up. It got shipped, but it got tied up in China. In China, this sounds like Donald Trump. Anyway, let me move on. So I waited another 30 days. Wait 60 days now. It's been 60 days. Okay, son, where is my investment? Do I have product? Do I have something? Do you have anything? Nah, Dad, I'm still waiting on the post office. The post office really do sound like some Donald Trump ish I just committed. Because it just sound like everything Donald Trump said. Has my kid been watching too much Fox News? He been studying Donald Trump. So I said that he used every excuse this joke didn't use. And China, the post office. So I'm getting mad now. So but I said I'm gonna be patient. By month 3, I knew this was happening. I know. Whatever happened, we got. So I sat him down and I said, "Where's my money at, son?" Man, Dad, you know you really tripping hard about that little money. Wait, hold on, little money. It's my money. It's my money.
He
It's
said that little money.
you see how there's always some little money when they owe you money? It's always some little money when they owe you money. You know what I'm saying? There's always some little money. No, this is my money. This is a lot of money to me. You know, listen, I can say this. It was some little money. It was under $100. So I wasn't. At the same time, the audacity of this joke, the first thing I would say was, no, Poppy, no. Oh, hell no. We ain't playing them games. Ain't no little money. This my money. This is big. This big stuff. And and I explained to him, I said, you got, son. And, you know, he tried to reason with me. I said, no, son, you just got. But rule number 1 in business is don't get got. All right. So,
That's true.
so don't get got. I said, you made a mistake. We got. I said, I can charge it to the game, take an L, but I hope you learn from this lesson that everything that you see isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Everything that it ain't gold. You know, it's not gold. So, you know, and so that's the question I have for you is, did you have any of those fears doing this kind of work, or as you prepare to start a business with your kids, do you have any of those fears that they could not pay attention to something like that, or something and get got?
Yeah, and I let them. Yeah, I let them walk on into it because this is the thing.
Have it up for
This is the
that.
thing. Yeah. I want them to learn those lessons with me beside them. I don't want them to be out there and then, something like that happens. So the baby girl found some um it's some stuff she want to sell that she found on Wish or something like that.
And that's where it starts at. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So she done set up and emailed the distributor, and she having these conversations back and forth. Now she's 10,
Right.
okay, about, okay, I want to get this many, and how long will it take to get here, and I let her do it. I let
Right.
her, she come to me,
Right.
she tell me, well, I talked to the man in China, and he said da 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 da. I said, all right. Now you remember you
Mm.
ordered some because earlier this year she wanted to do nails. So I
Right.
bought all this nail stuff. And for her birthday, I bought her a nail kit that was coming from China, and it took 4 months for it to get here.
Wow.
It really did, and it was some little money. I spent about $75 on it, but I was like, okay, when the nail stuff gonna get here? Y'all said this, but it was sitting on a dock somewhere in China because of that stuff that our president did. But
Right.
with this wish thing, I didn't let her order it. I sat her down and explained to her, well, number one, you moving too fast because your website, you gotta focus on this one thing first, and
Mm-hmm.
then after you guys are successful, then start adding that. I said, but right now, if you selling track gear, let's just stick with track gear.
Right.
But yeah, and like with they little cards, I tell them, y'all buy whatever y'all want to buy. That's your money. I ain't got nothing to do there. Once it go from my bank account to yours, it's yours. But you gonna deal with the consequences. So they out there getting subscriptions and stuff. And then the next month come and their subscription hit them again, and they like, why did Apple take my money? Cause you signed up for a subscription. You want to cancel it?
It's called the cost of doing business, my babies.
And Carly figured it out because I don't give them. It's not too much that I will tell them.
Mm-hmm.
I explained to them, yeah, you messed up. So what you gonna do?
Right.
And I
Right.
sit down. Baby Carly went and got her money back. I don't know what she said to them people, but they gave her back her money. So,
Big
I,
shout out to Carly then out here. Carly,
yeah,
Karen out here. Carly does sound close to Karen, so she had to turn into Karen out here and called her. I need to see the manager.
yeah. I mean, and even when Tamron lost her iPhone in Jenny's, because
Mhm.
I tell them, okay, when we go to the store, y'all should leave y'all phones in the car because number one, I got my phone. Who you calling while we in the store? Okay. Tamron bring the little phone in. She left it in the bathroom at Jenny's.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, and I got my phone, so I don't know.
Mhm.
But she went through the process, calling, reporting it stolen. I went back up to Jenny's like a week later, and I said, "Let me just ask them, do y'all have an iPhone 6?" And sure enough, they had it. So I got it, and I told her, but she had to go through the steps of trying to get like the iPhone 6 still in on because somebody tried to go in and put their Apple ID to
Mhm.
use the phone, but I had already disabled it.
Right.
So now her iPhone is on the blacklist. But I told her I'm not sitting on the phone with Apple for 3 hours to make this happen. You got to call them and figure out what you need to do. And so she knows what she needs to do, but every time she calls, she like, I be on hold for an hour. Yeah, and you think I'm gonna do that? You think I'm gonna do it? Here, my phone right here. I got both my phones, my Apple and my Android. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah, I let them walk into those situations.
you have to. I think you have to.
Hmm.
Because something I always go back to something my dad always say. He's the big believer in experience being your best teacher.
Yes, he is.
Uh,
Yes.
Hold
What's
on.
up, Daddy? Hey, Mr. Green.
Don't start that. Don't start that. It's this morning. Don't start that. It's this morning.
Whew, your daddy said, Merry Christmas, Shawnee.
The
You
hell you
sure did treat me nice.
Wait,
Yes,
hold
he
on,
did.
hold on, hold on. Don't start this shit this morning, man. What you talking about,
Oh, you
yo?
didn't know your daddy? I sent your daddy something for Christmas. Yes, I sent your dad. Yes, I sent him a nice little box. He had sent for me and the girls. And I told him, well, we can't come because I got, the other kids coming.
Wait.
You didn't know?
Wait. All this, y'all having whole family vacation, Christmas vacation conversations. I'm appalled right here. What? I talked to my daddy this week. He ain't say nothing about this. All right, so that's why you get hit the what button. Hold on, stop, rewind the tape. Y'all talking about before you get into any of that nonsense. You talk about you say y'all got something for Christmas. Oh, you sent my dad something for Christmas.
Yeah, and he sent me something for Christmas too.
Wait, what?
He sent me something. Yeah, he sent me something really nice.
No, no,
What he
papi,
said? What
no.
he sent you?
I just put it like this. On your Cash App when you get somebody sends you some
Cash
money,
App.
it make that little it make that little noise cha-ching. Well, when he sent his Cash App, it said jackpot, baby.
What? Nah, bruh. Nope.
Yeah,
Not buying that. Nope. I don't believe you. I
I'm
don't.
serious. Yeah, and it was for me, Carly, and Tamron. He sent some for all three of us. So.
Nah, bruh. Hold on, bruh. What? I
Baby,
don't even know what to say about this right now. I'm quite
your
upset right now.
your daddy loves me.
I'm
He
trying not
loves
to
me.
cuss this morning. I'm trying not to cuss this morning. I did say I was gonna come back on the cussing this morning. I said I was, but I'm not. So you okay? Let me calm down.
Hmm.
Because you know what? My daddy a grown ass man. He can
He
do what he
sure
wants.
is. He
He can
sure
do
is.
what he want.
He
He a
sure
grown ass.
can. Hmm.
How much money he sent you?
That's none of your business. But I tell you that Cash App said jackpot. It ain't never said that.
What? I ain't buying that shit, man. Man. Dad, chill out, bro. Dad, if you're watching this morning, chill out, bro. Just chill, okay? Shawnee
Hey,
don't need
hey,
Shawnee.
Mr.
All right?
Green.
Shawnee,
Hey, Mr.
what did you
Green.
send him though? No, that's the question. What did you send him?
Hey, listen. Yes, like Big Mike said, pops out here making that
Mike, chill out.
rain.
Chill out. Don't encourage this. Don't encourage this tomfoolery. Do not encourage this tomfoolery this morning. Shawnee, so what did you send him in return?
Well, we talked, so I knew what he wanted for Christmas. We
So
had a
what you okay? So
conversation.
what you sent him?
I sent him what he wanted.
Some nudes?
No, I didn't send him. Your dad is a very respectful man. That's you that's always saying it. Your dad has the utmost respect for me, and he loves me. I'm gonna be your stepmommy
No, the
before
fuck
this is all of.
no,
Carly and Tamron are your
the
step
fuck
sisters.
no, no, it's not gonna happen. I refuse to have. Hell nah, I ain't finna have those no stepmama the same age as me. Damn, mine. Damn, I'm gonna tell you, chill out, bruh. Chill out, bruh. Hey, bruh,
Wait
don't
a
listen.
minute. This ain't even got nothing to do with you. This
So
between
it
me and your daddy.
has something to do with me. You ain't finna sit here and try to argue with you over my will when he died. Nah,
Oh no, no, I'm not touching none of that. And like, really, your dad kind of helped me with putting the stuff together for the girls. You know,
chill out
he
with all this,
he
bruh. See,
gave me.
I'm get mad. Nah, bruh.
No, but for real,
My dad, like you trying to
he.
sun me right now. You really trying to sun me right now, and I'm not very happy with this right now.
No,
You really sun
I'm
me right now.
serious. Your dad gave me some really good advice
You
about it,
see,
but
y'all see this shit, huh? You see how she trying to
I'm
sun
not
me
gonna.
on the low. She trying to sun me over here.
I'm not gonna touch nothing that he has in place for you.
Talking about, let me tell you what your dad said. Your dad said, your dad said, your dad.
Yeah. You know, Mr. Green is a very resourceful and knowledgeable man, and I appreciate him, and I thank God for having him in my life, me and the girl's life. Shawnee Green. Woo, how that sound?
Move this man.
That's how that shit sound. That's how that sound. Boo this,
That
boo
that
you.
sound good.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
call. Don't worry. I'm gonna give it to you later on, pops. I got you. I got you. You know, I could call you. You know, I'm gonna call you and be like, hold on, because hold on. Look. I
He
need it.
can't even talk. That's a shame.
It's a damn shame because you sitting over here trying to sun me, but at the same time, I'm gonna say this. I gotta find out. But the reason why I asked how much he sent you is because I need to find out if he sent you more than he sent his grandchildren.
That has nothing to do. What I do for him, his grandchildren can't do.
Look, man.
Now,
Look, man. You
what
said,
I do for him, the grandchildren can't do.
oh, boom. Oh, no. No.
Move this man.
No.
No, papi.
No. No.
No, no, papi.
Listen,
No, papi, no.
No.
me and your dad have been friends now for what, about 5 years?
This button.
And I do it again.
Me and your daddy been friends for about, I think, 5 years. We're really good friends. You can't be upset because we friends.
No, papi, no.
If this man sent you more money than my look, if you sent her and Carly and more money than you did my doggone your own grandkids, pops, we got problem. It will be smoke. I'm coming. I might have to come out there on the flight and come pop out there. And come see.
That's not even right. That's not even right.
Ain't no right thing.
I promise you that he didn't give us more money than what he's given you guys over the years.
Wait, hold on. So
Over the years.
over the years, my ass. What?
Yeah.
What?
But it was nice. I mean, it's some stuff I'm gonna get the girls with it. Well, he told me to. He was like, now this amount is for you, and you spend that on you. Don't spend it on the girls. Don't buy nobody nothing. Go. He said, don't pay no bill. He said, do something for you. So I said, well, whatever I buy, I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to you and show you that I bought something for me. See, that's you. Your mind going all the way there. Me and your daddy are just friends. We just talk on the phone. We ain't even in the same state. Oh my God. You can't be mad because your daddy and I talk to each other. That's my friend.
I'm mad because I already know your ulterior motive in this whole situation.
My ulterior motive.
Yeah, evil genius looking ass over here talking about I'm gonna be your stepmama one day, Mel.
I'm
I'm a,
almost there. You better slow down.
yeah, the goal is almost complete. I'm gonna be your stepmama, and I'm fighting.
Papi,
No,
no.
Poppy, no. We gonna fight this shit. Now. I got brothers. Look, don't make me call my. I'm gonna call my brothers. I'm gonna have to call Jared. I'm gonna have to call Brandon. I'm gonna have to
They
call.
called me too and said, Merry Christmas, Miss Shawnee.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
I ain't even heard from them jokers on Christmas Day. My own brother on Christmas Day, but they call you. Man, hold on, man. This is some bullshit right here. Man, this is some bullshit. But I ain't even heard from them jokers on Christmas Day. My own brothers ain't called me, but they call a shot. Man, look, they
You
said,
didn't. You the only person I didn't hear from on Christmas was
hey,
you.
bruh, yeah, you ain't need to hear from me on Christmas because we talk every day. I'll let you have your time with your family, but apparently you got a whole family on the side now.
I mean, but this the only time that I talk to your. I don't talk to your family all the time.
You got a whole family on the side now. You got a whole side family that you done started now. I'm quite sure your mama know. Did your mama know you doing all this tomfoolery? Because I need to talk to
Yeah,
your mama. You tell your mama I say good morning.
I'll tell her. I will
Thank
tell her.
you. And tell her I appreciate it. And we might have to go to Papa Dough one day.
And you know she gonna take you up on. She been with Jamie. You coming to town? Is he here?
Go take it to Papa Dough. Nah, we two can play at this game,
I
damn it.
mean, but you got a room at her house. She don't care if you come. Yeah, she cool with you.
I'm upset about this. Nah, you know, made me mad. See, this is why I call 2020 a wretched year. This has been an effed up year. You see what I'm saying? My daddy out here playing sugar daddy out here on the low.
He is not playing sugar daddy.
Yeah, you got my daddy out here looking bad out here in these streets, man. Look, you got my daddy out here looking bad out here in these streets. Out here supporting whole families and stuff. I'm upset. Monica, thank you. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Gloria. What up, Big Mike? What up, Loretta? I'm not paying Sean this guy ain't Mike. You know, this very episode, how she tried to sudden me this morning. She's trying to sudden me this morning. Talking about
Melz.
tell me some advice your daddy gave me. What?
Me and your daddy are just friends. We've been friends for like 5 years now. Why are you acting brand new?
That's cool, but friends don't send friends money on Christmas.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I don't know what kind of friends you got.
Hey, none of my friends send me no money on Christmas. They send me no my cash app. That, you know what I mean? Talking about hey, they make the cash app go whoop de doo and all this. Look, I'm hot right now. Good morning, Paul. How you doing, my brother?
That's action. What's up, Action Jackson?
Good, Action Jackson. I'm upset this morning. I'm upset this morning. This is some bullshit.
Listen, me and your dad, we passed the shoot your shot phase. That was like 3-4 years ago when we did the whole shit.
I still think you did what I told you to do. When you asked me,
No, I didn't do that.
I think you sent the nudes and you ain't want to tell me.
No, I ain't never did nothing like that.
But tell me that the news got sent, or you know he got a on his selfie, you know what I'm saying, or one of these, you know how y'all women be doing. Y'all know y'all women be doing this good morning selfie, good morning with yourself cheesing and the beat and the hair done, and that's how it started. Next thing you know that's how it started. I already know how it started. You ain't gotta send no news. It just started with you sending a picture, and next thing you know he's sending the cash app, making the cash app go whoop de woo. I already know what time it is.
No, he didn't make the cash app go. He didn't make it go whoop de whoop. It said jackpot.
Move this man.
That's what it said. But no, your dad is a very respectful. I mean, we just have a good friendship.
What? Nah, I'm telling y'all, if y'all tuning in and watching this show, this is an ulterior motive. This is an evil plan that's been in the works for 5 years by Shani Scott. She's diabolical. I know how she think. Don't
Wait a minute.
she's been diabolically plotting to become my stepmama for several years now. Just for no other reason, just to talk shit and say that she my stepmama. There's no other reason why. There's no other reason why she wants to do this. No other reason why other than to annoy my life and make my life. Because my life otherwise is fantastic. My life is fantastic. My life is peaceful. But this is the only piece of drama I got to deal with in my life is preventing Shani Scott from becoming my stepmama. I'm not gonna have a stepmama the same age as me. I'm not. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen.
Why you don't want your daddy to be happy?
I'll be a stepdaddy before it happened. I'm now. See, you don't want me to get focused now. You don't want me to get focused.
You're not gonna do that because you have Carissa.
Because I will make these store runs for your mom and go get these lottery tickets for her and these scratch. I will. I swear to God, just to drive you up the wall, I will go pick her numbers every night
And
for
that
her.
would not drive me up a wall. That would actually help me out, so I don't have to go to the store. And that's why I don't understand why you mad. Me and your dad just friends.
Because
You got a room at my mama house.
so what? He give you money.
I ain't never been to your daddy house. We just talk on the
We
phone.
go to my daddy house. Like my daddy can't travel. Like my daddy can't. My daddy grown ass man. He can get on the plane. He can get in the truck. He can drive.
Your
Uh,
dad, your dad has never been over here. We just talk on the phone to each other.
Man, we need to move on because I'm getting mad. The more I think about this shit, I'm getting mad, more and more mad, bro. I'm about to start cussing some F words. Gonna start flying early this morning on this end of the new year. I'm sick of this shit. Dad, I'm gonna call my dad tonight. I'm me and you
Okay.
talk.
Well, while we talking about money,
Don't you put on the wheel, Dad? I'm telling you, dog.
it ain't even like that. We are just
Lavish
friends,
policy, pops. Look, it's supposed to be me and your sons. That's it.
and that is it.
Hmm.
But he got something for the grandkids too now.
Out here swagging out, I am hearing this on Shani and Carly and Tamara on your second and third family. Man, I wish you would, man. You better chill, man. I mean, you go talk to him tonight, champ. And you got a phone call on deck. I'm just saying. Moving.
Listen, so you're getting $600.
That's how we getting $600.
So you're getting $600 from
Chicks at the
United States for your stimulus.
That's what I'm doing with my $600.
two chicks at the same time, man. Because chicks dig dudes with money.
Chicks dig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like that's why I dig your daddy. But yeah, the United States has passed $600 stimulus check. However, the Democrats, my understanding, the Democrats are putting something on the table tonight, right? Or today?
Well, it's alleged, though, supposedly. Well, let's rewind the tape on this. The $600 checks thing did get passed last night by y'all president after unemployment in the United States lapsed and across the country, unemployment insurance. So folks went broke coming out of Christmas. And he decided after he spent the weekend golfing, after he spent the weekend, look, that's thank you, action. That's what she's over here sound like Biz Marquis. Oh yeah, you say he's just the wrong baby. You look at ass. Anyway,
And he does have what I need. Yep. And he is just a friend. I'm just saying.
let me move on. So yes, you're getting $600 stimulus checks. I don't know if they're coming this week. They were allegedly supposed to, depending on when he signed the bill in the law. It's supposed to come this week or next week.
Really?
Yeah, this week or
And
next.
we get the 600 for each kid too.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Look,
Well, let me check my bank account. Let me look at Navy Federal right quick.
look. I ain't mad at it. I'm gonna take that little poke ass $600, but this was also a counter to what the Democrats were proposing today. They're getting ready to propose a bill of a straight $2,000 stimulus payment out to every American, every tax-paying American, of course, or means that was. So, but that's why the president signed this bill in the law, despite the fact that he claimed that he wants $2,000 checks. The Democrats are basically calling his bluff and saying, okay, if we pass a straight check, everybody get $2,000. Look, we could be staying at stacks by the end of the month, ladies and gentlemen. I say we keep up this momentum and keep the pressure up. We keep the pressure up. Look, I give a damn. Look, let's keep the checks coming. Look, we done had it. Look, we had much bullshit we done went through in 2020, especially with his ass and everything else in this Congress. Look, let's keep the pressure going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep getting these checks. All right. I'm sorry, Action Jackson. You ain't getting no checks. I'm sorry.
Why aren't you getting the check, Action? Is it the income?
Maybe because of income. Income could be one factor. A lot of that is income based. A lot of it is income based. If you make over a certain amount per each year, you can't. You
Well,
won't.
and wouldn't it be based on 2019?
I think so.
Yeah, well then I'm getting my 600 now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get mine too. And I got a kid.
Yeah, I got 2 kids, so
Yeah, that's what Action said. The income.
income. Okay, well if as long as it's based on 2019, I'm good. Now,
I mean,
yeah,
come on. If you
because
make
we
it,
haven't filed taxes for 2020.
let's be honest. If you make an extra 100,000, if you're making over the threshold of what they're stopping at, could you really use the extra $600? Because that's little money. That's little money. That's why you're getting $600 in the first place, because that's what the rich people think is a lot of money to y'all, to us peasants. It's $600. That's what they think. $600 should be enough. Not realizing that bills are way more than that in this country. But hey, look, we'll see what happens because the Democrats are proposing a straight $2,000 payment to all Americans. That bill is supposed to be getting pushed through Congress today. They say they will vote unanimously on it, and they're doing it more for political theater because they know that the GOP is going to reject that, and everybody in the country is going to turn their pitchforks against the GOP, especially going into Senate race in Georgia. With
Yeah.
So they and if Georgia if they won't win that race in Georgia, they will want to go ahead and bribe us with $2,000, and not just Georgia folks, everybody bribe us all with $2,000. Look, let's just get this money. That's all I'm saying. Keep this money coming. Keep these checks coming.
Yeah, for as long as it's based off 2019. 2020. I don't even want to do my taxes.
Look, that's gonna be
Because 2020 was a really good year for me.
that's gonna be the real question.
So,
I guess that's the real question. I guess what's the stipulation of this? Because there will be a stipulation. I think if we used to get these $2,000 checks, they're gonna slap something to this. They're gonna
I
slap.
think, I think for the first stimulus, as long as you didn't make over $80,000, you made over 80,000. I think it was 80. And I know I was under 80 for 2019.
I
But
know.
I was under 80 for 2019.
I ain't making money.
Yeah. So, but now 2020, that's gonna be a different story. But,
Actually, say yes. I need my money. I need all of it. I need all of it. 600, 6,000. I don't give a damn.
yes, money is money. That is right. I don't care if they put $50 in there. Hey, $50. That's what 3.5 tanks of gas for my car.
Well, I'm just wondering, but like I said, we'll see what happens with the stimulus money. But what do you plan on doing with this money? That's the real question. I've seen a lot of people say they're going to invest in stocks and do some other stuff. If you wake up next week, Shani Scott, they're going to put 1,200 in there real quick, a quick 1,200 in there. What we doing? What we eating there?
I don't know.
You
And that's crazy because for Christmas I did get a lot of money from like collectively. Cause even my son gave me some money. He broke me out and cause he gave me the card and the card was so thick I thought it was pictures.
Uh-huh.
And I thought maybe he put some, family pictures in it. Nah, it was a whole bunch of 20s. I was like, hi. And he told me the same thing too. He said, don't you spend this on them girls, because and that's usually what I do. So I can't figure out.
Told you the same thing as who?
As your daddy. Yeah.
Continue.
But I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know, and that's like bad. It's like I should be able to say, "Oh, I want to do."
Small person because her sugar daddy, because sugar pops have her already, so she don't know, she don't need extra. Well, look, you don't need a stimulus check. Then you already got you a good stimulus this holiday season for my package. So,
Your daddy is not a sugar daddy.
you already got a stimulus package from my family already. So let me move on. Look, we going to Sizzler. Look, we going to Sizzler. We going to Papa Dough. I already looked up. Look, I'm already shopping. Look, that $600 already got spent on my end. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. The minute they say they passed it out, I went straight to Amazon and it was looking it up. I was like, let me shop. Let me start shopping because I can use. I don't know what.
Because I already got a new car.
I'm gonna go ahead and well, more than likely, I'm gonna put that away because, of course, I still got to move to go take care of here in Tyler, so I still got to go move out there and stuff like that. By the way, shout out to everybody at Lake Charles. If you're watching this in Louisiana, Lake Charles region, I'm on 107 Jams this afternoon. In the afternoon, jump off at Eric T. Big shout out to Eric T. and the family.
Hey, Eric T.
So, I'm running afternoon drive this afternoon, 2 to 7, some tomfoolery on 107 Jams. Go download the 107 Jams app in your app store. Number the good hip hop and R&B this afternoon on Gloria says she's saving for nurses. That's what I'm talking about. Let me clap it up for Gloria this morning.
Right.
Gloria this morning.
That's one of our best listeners and loyal listeners from East Texas.
What are y'all doing with your stimulus money? You wake up next week, then put an extra 600, 1,200, 1,800, whatever the amount is, then put an extra money in your bank account. What is you doing with the stimulus check? That is this morning.
I'll tell you one thing that you could do. So yesterday I was spending time with action.
All right.
Do y'all know what spending time? I was physically there. Me and the girls were physically at Action's house spending time with him and his family, but we were also spinning on the bicycles because we're getting ready for the 2022 age ride from San Francisco to Los Angeles. So Action Jackson is raising money, and we need you to donate $20. $20 to the cause, 20 for 20, because this is his 20th year doing this ride. And you can go to actionsaidsride.com and make your donation there. We'll put some stuff up about it. But
What's that?
yeah,
Let's do that next week, especially. Make sure we plug
yeah.
it this week for when these stimulus checks hit. Y'all gonna have extra. Y'all gonna have that money. Look, y'all gonna have that extra money. Y'all can donate next week. The government give you free money next week.
$20. $20. That's all we asking for. $20. All right.
And I saw
You saw us on the bikes. Listen, I was like, okay, Action, I'm coming. I'm thinking we just gonna do a little, ride. Team Toyota was on with us. Y'all couldn't see them on StreamYard, but they were on the Zoom call and they could see us. Listen, honey, I feel like I took a shower after I got off that bike.
I was wondering because I talked to you while you was on your way there. You was talking, and Shani was shook that day. I gotta tell y'all, Shani was shook that day. She was on the phone yawning. Ooh, I'm tired. Ooh, I'm tired. Like the whole conversation, I couldn't get 2 words in because she kept yawning. And she said, "I gotta go to Action," and I'm thinking she just go sit over there to Action. I said she gonna fall asleep over there by Action. And then when that live stream came on, I saw on that bike. I said, "Action, go where her ass out today." Yes, get it in. You was on that bike, but y'all was getting it in. You was getting it in.
The music was good.
I ain't see that.
Action put the music together, and because I got to get rid of that pack of hot dogs on my back. But and then Sherry was participating. Sherry is Action's wife, and she's been with him for a lot of these rides, majority of the rides. And so yesterday she was on helping as well. And then after we finished, see, when you go to Action House, you don't just go for one thing because Action loves to cook like you cook. Baby, we got out them bikes, and I was thinking, oh, what am I gonna go eat? Me and the girls gotta go somewhere because wait until we get all the way back home because Action live like an hour from us.
Right.
He said, well, let's go get something to eat. I'm gonna make some tacos. Oh, okay. Me, Carly, and Tamara were like, all right, yeah, we sure will.
No doubt. So be on the lookout for that. The big ride. When is it? When is the ride taking off again?
It's gonna be in June of 2022. So for 2021, they canceled it because of COVID. They canceled it this year too because of COVID. But we kept, moving forward with fundraising efforts. So for 2021, everything is virtual. We have to clock, I think, 1 million hours riding, something like that, by June 31st or something like that. And then June 2022, we're planning to be there live again, riding on a bicycle from San Francisco to Los Angeles. And what happens is we ride, it's 545 miles, so you ride about 80 miles a day. Mm-hmm. And then we camp out. We have Tent City, so they set the tents up, and they have the food and everything there. And it's like a little city. And you sleep in a tent, and you eat, take a shower. They got showers and all that stuff. And so if you're thinking about doing it, but staying in the tent is deterring you, you can go stay in a hotel.
Okay.
Like, you don't have to just stay there because Action calls them Princess Days.
Some of y'all can't take the outdoors. Some of y'all can't take the outdoors.
Yeah, and so we have in our team, we have 2 Princess Days where we go stay in the hotel overnight.
Right.
Instead of the tent. So, but it's fun, and even if you want to participate, but you're, apprehensive about getting on a bicycle for that long, you can be a roadie. And as a roadie, you ride along, and then you just help set up Tent City for the riders. Or when we have our checkpoints, you pass out water, you take pictures, stuff like that. So it's something for everybody to do.
That's so, and it's also for a good cause. That's the beauty part.
For the research for a cure for HIV and AIDS.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. So y'all go, what I'm saying? We getting this free stimulus money next week. Donate some of that good stimulus money to a good cause, and let's
$20. That's it.
and help out some good things. Also, you got details on Beyonce. Beyonce's supposed to be hooking folks up with some money if they're struggling right now. What's going?
Yeah. So, starting in January, you guys need to go to NAACP.com. Was it .com or .org?
One
Go
of
to
them.
the NAACP's website. If you are having issues with getting your rent paid, you're facing eviction, then she's gonna help 100 people. She's gonna give. Let me make sure I'm saying the right amount of money.
Look, any money from Beyonce is good money. Look, any kind of stimulus package right now could do. Even like you said, even if it's $50, and folks, even look if it's coming from Beyonce, your ass is damn well go take it. I don't care whatever it is. It's $50, $25. Look, send me an Ivy Park box. Look. We gonna make it shake.
He
Look.
said, "Send me an Ivy Park box."
Send me one of the boxes that you've been sitting out there. I'll go ahead and flip that on the streets real quick. We'll get the rent.
Okay, here it is. Beyonce is helping families facing foreclosure or eviction through her Be Good platform by giving $5,000 grants to individuals and families facing foreclosures or eviction. So it's $5,000. So the application process is going to open up January 21st. It's online. Go to NAACP.org. You listen, y'all. Y'all got to have all of your proper documentation.
Not just
Okay.
Beyonce, give me money.
Yeah.
That's all the application gonna say. Beyonce, I'm about to lose my house and I can't afford my rent. How you gonna have a rent and a mortgage, champ? Just
Right. You got to turn it in. She's doing that for 100 people. $5,000 grants to 100 people who are facing eviction or foreclosures. Okay. So, and then after that, she's going to have a round two in February. But January 21st, you got to get that in. And then February, she's going to turn around and do it again.
look at Beyonce out here giving out better stimulus packages to some of these government people.
I know. And then she's, this week, she's supposed to announce, remember, she um, set up something for businesses.
Yes,
So this week she announces who got that.
no doubt, no doubt. Big shout out to Beyonce though, once again out here giving out better stimulus packages than y'all president and everybody else who only giving you 600 funk ass dollars after these people say they won't give you 2 racks. But look, I need the Democrats to make that happen. Make that happen. Look, make it happen. Listen, because they know again, whether or not this happens or not, I hope you do the right thing with this money. I hope everybody is encouraged to do the right thing with this money. And one of the things that we talked about at the start of the show was starting a business for your kids or starting a savings or something for your children.
Yeah.
Start still building up a generational or funding for your kids and some wealth for your kids. But real quick, Shani, tell the people again about how, I guess if anybody got any questions on how you can start a business for your kids or LLC, how much would you say it costs to get that started? After everything was said and done for the businesses you started for Carly and Tam, how much was your cost total?
Ooh. Well, for them, because they wanted to start a clothing line, and instead of them having to reach out to vendors, I set it up where they can be their own manufacturers.
Absolutely.
The only vendor they have to reach out to is for the garment, like the shirt.
Right.
So we not over here sewing shirts and stuff. But so for their heat press, their cutter, their LLC,
Let's start with just
I'll start with those three, and minus the product. Your LLC is $350.
there you go.
Okay, the heat press was $500. The cutter's $1,200.
Okay. Now, let's go. Well, let's stay focused on that 350 number for the LLC because this is something that we said we was going to talk about on the show today, as far as getting an LLC started for your kids or yourself if you want to start a business. Because see, we're going to drop some jewels in the midst of all this tomfoolery that you're getting from us this morning. All right. So let's give you some jewels on this. Getting the LLC started. And for those who, and this is probably something we have to talk about on another show, is a limited liability company, an LLC. It's designed to protect you against a certain amount of damages if you get involved in some nonsense. They can't sue you for a certain amount above this number because this is where you're limited at. It's usually the best call for small businesses to do. I'm quite sure you may have heard commercials of people saying, launch an LLC in this state or a different state in this state. That way you can save money on this. No, go ahead and launch an LLC in the state that you're in. Uh,
Right.
Spend the money on the state that you're in. If that's where you're going to do a predominant amount of your business, and do it in the state that you're in. Not no, don't try to go start one in Massachusetts, because then you might be governed by another set of laws that you might understand, or something that happens in Texas.
Right.
Definitely do that. That's something you could do with some of your stimulus money, though, right?
And then you have to be, if you open it up in another state, now you got to follow their tax laws.
Absolutely.
The thing about Texas is that we don't have to pay all of the same taxes that some of the other states have to pay.
Absolutely.
And another thing,
Uh-huh.
to do your LLC, all you got to do is go online to not irs.gov. Um, it's a state website, so you don't have to pay somebody $1,500 to get your LLC started. Or there are some services that will say, okay, if you pay us $600, we'll get your LLC started. They're gonna do the same thing that you got to do if you just sit down and take 20 minutes your day and just fill out the information. It's not hard.
Right.
It's just you just fill it out. Um, Now the one thing that I did wrong on the dang, let me pull up the website so I can tell you guys. And it's
Usually
just because I'm
Secretary of State.
the Secretary of State. That you go there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And there are certain things you got to read it, so you make sure that you're clicking the right stuff. But the one mistake I made the first time with the media room,
Uh-huh.
because they give you an option, you can type in the information or you can attach it. Do not attach it. If you attach anything to that application, they are going to reject it. I don't know why they had that on there as an option, but that's what happened to me the first time. And when I called them, they said, yeah, don't attach it. Just type everything in there. Everything that I had on that paper, which was my name, the people that I put on my board, my mailing address, the person that I can't even think of their. It's the person that if you get sued, they send the paperwork to them. It's called only because we talking about this, I can't think about it. But that person, you need to talk to somebody and make sure that they're okay with being that person. Because I made the mistake of putting my CPA on there, and I couldn't have her on there because then it attached her to too much stuff. And with her being a CPA and working for the IRS, she wasn't my it's not called a responsible party. It's called something. I can't remember. But you need to find somebody who that is. And that person might have to be you starting out. Now what that means is if something goes sideways, you're the person that's handling the lawsuit and it's coming towards you, because the LLC is, protecting you from being sued by somebody. That's the, one of the coverings there. But you have to find somebody, and you probably want to work with an attorney that you can get to be your agent. It's called a something agent.
You're giving them too much game right now. You're giving them too much game.
I mean, but it's all there, and that's what I'm trying to get people. Because I've had other people say, "Oh, well, I met this guy, and he said if I pay him $500." I said, "Well, you know what? You can pay me $450. I'll do it for you."
That's no doubt. Let's clap it up.
Because it don't take it literally takes no longer than 20 minutes just to fill out the information, hit send. Now you have to pay your money when you do the application. You need to have your 350. Okay?
350. Have your 350. Be ready.
350. Yeah, it might be 300. I don't know. I can't remember because I did it so long, but it's 350, something like that.
Well, if you're in Texas, especially if you're minority-owned businesses, you can. There's information on certifying a historically underutilized business where you contact the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts. Also, there is no age limit, so that means you can start a business for your kid. It says so on their website. They do not have any age requirements for anyone to be an owner and officer of a business in Texas. So you
Yeah, but you probably don't want to do that.
your baby could be 6 months old and you can name him the CEO of the damn company if you want to. I
You
mean,
don't want to do that though.
I'm just saying though. It's but that's I'm just pointing out to you what the law state here in Texas, and there's a lot of information on that at the Texas Secretary of State's website and the Comptroller of Public Accounts website. One of the things I always tell folks I did, and if you want to start a business on the real cheap, without having to go to LLC and all the other stuff, you don't have 350 right now. Go to the county that you're registered in. Go to the county that you're registered in and just register to apply as a business name that you're doing business
Yeah,
as.
a
That will
DBA.
then you can go right there to your local bank and show them that paperwork that you're doing business as something and start to open a business account right in there and you can be in business from day one. You can get
Yeah.
from day one
And
because you're
you can do that on the Secretary of State too, because some of those offices aren't open.
right.
Cause so you just fill it out, and I think that one is like $38, something
Yeah,
like that.
that's even cheaper. And you can get to work just like that. I did that with my company, Hotbox 254, when we started 10 plus years ago. I walked in, just got the business name, got the assumed business name, walked right over to the bank the next, drove from the office to the bank, opened up an account, got
Account.
the
Hmm.
card, got everything, got a debit card, had a bank account, Hotbox 254, my company name, everything was ready to rock, and we was doing business that day. And so and it helpful because the bank could be your accounting firm.
Right.
That's that keeping track of your payments and where they're going out to and who you getting your money from. All that. That's a simple way of getting the ball rolling in 2021 to get business started. If
Yeah.
you don't feel like you're comfortable doing an LLC or you don't feel like you got enough,
And
but
then
take
understand why I did LLC. I only because I was sole proprietor first, DBA. And so you
right.
can start there and then eventually move. So Media Room was just a DBA sole proprietorship.
Absolutely.
I switched over to LLC because I learned about that tax law where I could hire my children, even though they were under 14, and I could pay them up to $12,000 each a year and they wouldn't be taxed. So that's why I did it. Not just because I wanted to stunt and say I had an LLC, but the girls actually work for Media Room 360. So like this year I got to do a 1099 on them. And they earned a salary that's
There you go.
under $12,000.
There you go. Absolutely. And that's where it works at. And they might get a stimulus check next year after that.
I don't know because they can't claim themselves.
They can't pay no thing. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
they can't. Yeah,
But again,
but we need to look into that.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to put you on game. I'm trying to put you on game.
That's something new.
Don't criticize kids. Look, they out here. Look, you see what happened with these last past couple of stimulus checks they got handed out for them. Jokers was cashing them in. Jokers was cashing them in. So if they handed them out, I'll take them. I'll gladly take one if y'all handing them out.
Yeah.
We gladly take one, and if y'all handing them out. But definitely do. But again, these are just some of the things that you can do to get the ball rolling in the 2021 new year. If you have an entrepreneurial spirit, if you're wanting to start your own business, again, let me make sure I be clear on this: entrepreneurial spirit. You have got to know and recognize that you have got to be willing to work and grind for yourself, even if it don't come through. Even if you don't get, there's gonna be days you ain't getting no money, champ. This life ain't for everybody. Everybody won't play. Everybody won't be famous, but nobody won't put in the work. Everybody won't be rich, but they ain't willing to put in the work for it. You got to be willing to put in the work. So if you don't just sit there and say I'm gonna be a millionaire in 2021, how you gonna do it?
Get
Like,
there.
start a business, okay, and do what? You got to see your vision through. Don't just talk shit. See your vision through.
And
And
then one thing that helped me, cause like I have no job that I go check into other than the Media Room, and I made a full salary this year, like for real, for real.
absolutely,
But what I did, what helped me get there was I came up with a number that I wanted to make per day. And I started out with just like, okay, if I can make $100 a day, I'm good. $100 a day. When I started out, I wasn't making $100 a day. I might have made $25 one day, 35 the next day, 10 one day, and then after about 3 or 4 weeks, I remember the week that I made $100 every day, 7 days in a row, and I was like, yes. And once I accomplished that, I just like,
It was takeoff after that. It was takeoff.
yeah. Once I really did it, but the fact that I was, huh?
Yeah, so you can't beat that adrenaline rush. Once you see that goal has been made, once you make that goal, you can't beat that high, that feeling. You got to go get it again and again and again after that. Like
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, and like even with just making money, seeing that, oh, this invoice is being paid this day, this invoice being paid, this invoice has been like every day I was getting money. And after that, and then when I did my end of the year report and then saw like the total number of what I made for the year, it really it's only over 8 months
right,
because January, February I wasn't really working it. I didn't really get into it till about April, May. So from then to December, and I was like, this how much money I made. And that's after I paid fees, after I, had to pay certain things. Now that money hadn't been taxed, so of course I'm gonna owe a lot.
right,
But I mean, it's worth it
absolutely, absolutely. So if you like, but again, you had to work at that too. You had to work to get that money, right?
every day.
You had to work. You had to take some frustrating phone calls and cut some jokers out here and there every once in a while, and and then chase after some people here and there, and run them down. But don't do it if you ain't gonna be about that life. And that's the main thing I want to give. I want to press upon folks. All this stuff may sound inspiring to you, but you have got to be seriously about this life. If you want to be able to reap the reward of it. That's I see that a lot with my people, and I see that a lot. Folks dreaming and wanting to start their own businesses and doing their own things, and they jump from this to that to this to that to this to that. Because they realize that it's not going to take off the way you want, and that's what happens. I done seen so many jokers. They went from selling fish plates and pizzas and t-shirts, and they just hopping from hustle to hustle to hustle to hustle, and I know why you're doing that, because you haven't found you're not passionate about what you're doing. You're just existing, and you're just hustling just for hustling's sake. You have to hustle to win, man. Hustle to get a goal.
And let
Hustle.
me say something.
Go ahead.
This is the other thing that if you want to go into business and be successful, that you have to be able to deal with is constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
You got to take it. You got to listen to it. It might not be what you want to hear. You might feel like the other people don't understand what it is you're trying to do, but what you got to realize is they're on the outside looking in at you, and
Yo.
this is your potential consumer. Okay, what you got in your head ain't necessarily what your demographic may have in their head. So you got to be open to listening to it. Listen to it. Figure out, does it apply to you? Does it not apply to you? But like honestly, listen. Don't get offended because somebody's giving you constructive criticism.
No doubt.
And really, because I hear people say, "Oh, I don't want no bad comments on my stuff." All comments are good comments because you got to take the bad with the good so you can get better. If you ain't willing to listen to your raggediness, because we all got some raggedness. Like it was 3 people that came, and Melz was one of them. Came to me in 1 week telling me how raggedy I was and what I needed to do. Not necessarily those words, but I mean,
You're making it sound like I was like, look
yeah.
at you.
Look at you and look at me. but you just gotta understand that some people are saying that because it's coming from a place of love. Some people, as your consumer, this is how they really feel, and you need to listen to what they saying so you can make your product better, or whatever it is that you doing better, and don't be getting all offended about it. There go Kzada.
What's good, family? How you living? Yeah, that's look at you. That's all that.
Yeah, that's what they did to me. Look at you.
Look, I did not say that. I just said,
basically.
let's get your crown back on your head and let's go be the queen of some media.
And he did say those words after he said some other words.
Yeah, of course. I did say some other words. I didn't say, but I ain't call you ragged. And I'm like, hey, girl, look at you. What? I'll leave that for Gary with the T. Gary with the T. Like Gary with the T say.
Gary, woo-wee. I said, Lord, let me get it
Riot
together.
act. I was nice. Gary gave you the riot act. He gave you the whole look at you. He gave you that one. That wasn't me. But no, it's been a whole hour. If you're tuning in late, we're sorry you're tuning in late, but you got to rewind the show now and watch it back. But
Well, you can catch the show again
that's right.
on the Media Room app. If you download the Media Room app, this show will air again live at 2 p.m. today. And then after that, you can catch a repeat episode of Big Bing's Break Room. And you can catch our live show tonight at 8 o'clock. It all happens on the Media Room 360 app, or you can catch us here.
No doubt. Media Room 360 app, free download in your app store right now. Go ahead and download that. And you can also cast it to your TV, your Roku's, your streaming things, whatever you got. I know y'all got a whole bunch of them for Christmas. I know a whole bunch of couldn't find one in the stove during Christmas. So I know all of y'all got Roku's, y'all got Apple TVs, you got Chromecasts, you got Amazon, you got jailbroken Amazon Fire Sticks. You got them. Go ahead and download the Media Room app, Media Room 360 in your app store right now. And come join us also here on Facebook Live and also on YouTube and everywhere else on the Media Room channels every morning at 10 a.m. promptly. And don't forget, back live on your radio this afternoon. I'm not on in Tyler today. I'm on vacation in Tyler, but I am filling in Lake Charles for my man, the big homie Eric T on 107. Shout out to him. 107 Jams this afternoon. You want to hear some of that new hip hop, that new music, and me talking reckless in between this new music. I'm talking bad about these kids this afternoon. All these new rappers. I'm talking reckless about you after your song play on the radio this afternoon. 107 Jazz. Big shout out to Eric Tito. Lake Charles, we out here. Home, stand up. Who That Nation? We in here. God bless to Who That Nation and no place else. NFC champions. Football next weekend. All that good stuff. But we gonna get up out of here so Shani can, go press up some shirts and go call my daddy for some more money. Let me get up out of here. Let me get up out of here. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us, though. We'll
Thank
see
you, Mr. Green, again, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Mr. Green.
Whatever. But we'll see y'all tomorrow. We love y'all. Don't forget to follow us at Shani Scott on air, at Melz on the MIC on the socials. And we'll